So the problem I'm having is I've got a list of hours and I want the current day's hours to be highlighted so that when someone's looking at it, they can easily see like, oh, that's today. So I have the hours currently just on my location page, and right now I'm not logged in, so we'll see the cached version. So if I go to our location, I can see that it's highlighting Saturday, but we're actually on Monday. And if I log in, let's go in. And now I'm not going to be cached. So now if I go back to that, our location, I can see Monday is being highlighted. But the cache version is still showing the other version. And I'm doing this in, let's just open up this this template in Etch. Let's edit with Etch. And I'll show you how I'm doing this. So if we go to, and the reason it's not showing anything on the page is because I don't have any post content here in the editor. It's actually all driven by a template. So if I go to templates and then the single location template and then scroll on down, here we can see how I'm doing this here. So let's just go to Monday. Here's my HTML. So I'm using a inline condition. Where is it here? I think it starts right here. So this is the inline condition. So in brackets, if the current date, the day, equals Monday, or MON, add this class, highlight alpha. So this is all inside the class attribute. And there's docs about this over in docs.etchwp.com. So it's working when it's not being cached. So the first thing I thought about was, well, maybe I should just use JavaScript to figure out what today's day is and then, you know, apply the class to it. And I'm not saying this class is the best way to style it. I actually think it would rather just be bold. I don't like how it goes all the way across. But that's not what this video is about. I'm just trying to address what's the best way to do this. Another thought I had was, is there a way to exclude certain elements or sections on a page from the cache? Because that would also solve it. So let's look at both. I don't know JavaScript, but I have used AI to write some. That's worked. So I know it would be, and this would be fairly simple. So I'm confident we could get this to work. However, I do want to just look at using, like, bypassing portions. I think we'll end up going with the JavaScript one because that seems to be the most lightweight. It seems to be the best option for this case. But I do want to look at LightSpeed's ESI option, which I've not messed with before. So let's go back to WordPress, back to the admin. Let's go to LightSpeed Cache, and I think it would be under page optimizations. No, let's go to maybe just cache. Yeah, cache and ESI. Let's close that. What's that about? Oh my. So right now I have this turned off, but ESI allows you to designate parts of your dynamic page as separate fragments that are assembled together to make the whole page. In other words, ESI lets you punch holes in a page and then fill those holes with content that may be cached privately, publicly, or with its own TTL, or not cached at all. So I'm pretty sure this would work. So let's just test this one. So let's use, never mind, can't do it. I'm not on LightSpeed Enterprise or using the Quick Cloud CDN. So this doesn't even apply to us. So we'll go the JavaScript route. I'm just going to prompt. This is typically how I would prompt it. I would give it the DOM. So let's go. I'll show you right now. Right now I'm using Gemini over here. So let's go. Let's get the DOM. So our location. I'm just going to copy, I think, this whole list here. And now I'm just thinking, somehow I need to make sure that the JavaScript can target this or know what I'm talking about here. So I think I am going to give this a data attribute. So let's go back into, sorry, I should have kept this open. Let's go back into Etch. Not inspect. Sorry, back into Etch. Templates, locations, the single. Scroll down to my hours here. I'm just going to put it in this list. So I'm going to open up the attributes bar or selector bar. You can get there by Command Enter, and then I'm just going to put in data. I'm going to say data hours. Data location hours. Let's do that. So let's hit save. Let's go over here. Let's refresh. And now we've got data location hours. Yeah, that works. So now I'm just going to go and copy this. There it is, HTML. Copy all this. And maybe I should remove this class for right now. I think I'm going to. From when I send it over to the AI. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, so over in Gemini over here, I'm going to say, I need your help writing some JavaScript so that I can apply a class to the current day's list item for the relating hours. Here's the existing HTML structure. All right, let's see what it comes up with. And sometimes I'll send this exact same thing. I'm actually going to. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to send the exact same thing over to a different AI model. Don't have any open right now. It might take a little bit for me to get there. Oh, I could actually. So, okay, so they're saying they don't know which list item is which one. So I could add a data attribute for each day. That would probably help make it easier. Let me just ask it. Would it be easier if I would add a data attribute and include the day of the week that the list item correlates to? Is there a benefit over using the entire day of the week or an abbreviated form? For example, Monday for Monday. Okay. And I'm going to ask one more question. What about capitalization? Is that important or does it not matter at all? And in case you're wondering, I'm using Willow for my voice to text. I think it is the best voice to text AI, service that's out there right now. I have used Whisperflow. I've used Super Whisper, and I like Willow voice because it's not as heavy of an application as what Super Whisper is, but it works, and it works just as good. Like Whisperflow worked really, really well. It just was very resource intense. Super Whisper was very lightweight, but it didn't work well. It was like you can customize it in a lot of different ways. I think it's very flexible, but I just wanted something just simple that just kind of did what I wanted it to do. Okay, so what's it saying here? Well, HTML self-tagging case insensitive. Here's a breakdown of why you should always stick to lowercase. Okay, so we'll use lowercase. So let's go ahead and update this. Oh my. Yeah, well, obviously that's bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the data attributes for a day of the week. So, and I'm gonna label it over here too, just so I can see it better. So this is going to be, and here I am going to capitalize it in my structure panel because that seems to be that's what I normally do. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What am I thinking? Sunday. Okay. And now let's add our data attribute to this. So I added it for the hours. I'm going to data, location, hours. And I decided let's change this now. Data, location, hours. Let's go list. Let's go list here. I'm going to use the same data attribute. Let's go over here to Monday. I'm going to copy that. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Okay, now we got that updated. Data, location, hours. Yeah, I think that works. Now let's go refresh. Now I'm just going to copy this again. Let's just make sure this is right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, let's edit this thing. Edit HTML. Again, I'm going to remove this class highlight alpha because I don't want to send it over to the AI. Okay, copy. Okay, now I'm going to say, okay, here is my updated HTML. What JavaScript do I need to get this to work? Please use vanilla JavaScript. Let's try that. Okay. And I could maybe have done this to like data, location, hours, list. Data, location, hours, day. Let's do that. I'm always kind of thinking through this, and this will give us an opportunity to do something cool here. So I'm going to change this from list because we don't need data, location. It can just be hours list. It can just be that. And then now we can do multiple select. So I'm going to go Command D. That's the next one. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to say hours, day. Okay? And now let's hit save. Let's look at this again. So I got data location hours list. Now I got data location hours day equals Monday. Yeah, so I'm just thinking through this here. Let's go with it. This is not a right or wrong thing. You could do this different ways. So edit as HTML. Move this class again. It probably would be okay to not remove the class, but I don't want it. I don't want to send it to the LLM to get confused. Hey, I actually updated it a little bit. Please check this out and update the JavaScript accordingly. Okay, I guess we'll skip running this to another AI. This was even better. Okay. Okay. So here's the JavaScript. We don't have multiple locations, don't need to worry about that. No, we'll skip that. Okay, now what's the difference here between these two? The vanilla JavaScript. I'm a little confused. Why do you have two different JavaScript scripts? Which one should I use? I'm not concerned with handling multiple locations or offsetting or worrying about time zones. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to do like, or I could use is today, but I was going to use a different class. Or I was going to use my highlight alpha class. Okay, let's just look at this here. So function highlight current day. I might change this. So like the function name, highlight current day, that's actually fine. Like even if we would bold it, you know, whatever, that's fine. Highlight current day. So map the current day to your HTML attributes. So const days equals those days. Find the list item for today and add the class. Add the class is today. So this is what I would change here. So let's just copy it. Let's put it. I think we'll just put it with our list here. I'm going to name this here too. Hours. And then JavaScript panel. So I'm just going to paste this in for right now. And now here's where I'm going to go and change that class. So let's just change it from is today to highlight alpha. Okay. So there's that. And now I do need to update what I have set as the class because that's not going to work. So let's hide the JavaScript panel. And then over here, I think we'll just remove, because I don't have any classes on there, I'm just going to remove the classes. So, and again, we can do with multi-cursor editing. Oh, I thought I could. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not for some reason. Oh, because they are different. Because yeah, we got Monday, Tuesday. Okay. That's fine. So we'll just here. This might. This is fine. So class. Obviously, if my cache would have been set to like update every hour, this also would have worked. I don't really want to do that. Okay, I think we're good. So let's hit save. Over here, I'm going to refresh. Do we have any errors? No, we're looking good. There we go. Now on my cache version, I'm not sure what that's going to do. So let's open up. Hey. Now the real test will be, tomorrow morning when I go and look at a cache version. What's this going to show? Because I'm not sure how JavaScript works with caching. Like, is the JavaScript cached, or is it not cached? Like, where is the JavaScript? I don't know. And I'm just going to change this one just to make sure we're working it. Let's just change it to, let's go back to our list. Okay, we're on our list. I want to edit the JavaScript just a little bit. Let's add a different class. Let's just say highlight Bravo. Whoops. Which it doesn't have any styles to it. Now let's just go back here again. I don't think I had it. Okay. Location. Okay, it's gone. Okay, so that's interesting, but it's still, yeah. So it has our updated. I don't know if this is a good test to see if this is actually working with highlighting the next day, because I think it did. I think the cache was cleared, at least on this page, because it's showing our data attributes. So I think our cache was cleared. So I'm gonna go back to highlight alpha for that. Save. But anyway, so that is probably the best way to get around it. I think it's even a better option than ESI. This is it seems very lightweight. Well, let's just ask Gemini. I'm curious, how heavy is this code on my website? Is it going to cause issues for users in page load? And then we'll give it to JS. Yeah, so it's tiny. Like, it's not really going to affect it. It's below the fold, so like it shouldn't be visible like as it like runs and adds the class. So it shouldn't be a problem. We could do a speed test on it, but I'm pretty confident we're good. And that's not really what I wanted to go over and show here. So anyway, I hope this is interesting and helpful. If anyone knows how cache is handled with JavaScript, like is the JavaScript served in the cache? Then obviously it runs in the browser. So it's fine if it would be cached, right? Because even though like locally on the browser, the cache version would say what's today, it's Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. That list item with that data attribute gets the class. But yeah, actually, I don't know that 100%. I assume it, but I guess can't confirm it. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this is helpful. Let me know if there's any questions, or if you have some maybe different ways or better ways to do this, to accomplish this. Thanks, guys.